Well, hello there. Very good evening. Welcome along to the MODUS Super Series, where it is Friday night, which means the final 3 spots through to tomorrow night's final will be cast. And after a first night's full of thrilling action, it is pretty much anybody's game to fill those top 3 spots. But it was Crabtree that was top of the tree on night 1. Rob Collins finished up pointless on day 1. The man of steel needs to show it to progress through tonight. Richard's night went north following a slow start, running his last 2 to keep him in the mix, having lost his first 10 legs of the night. Jacob Taylor picked up 2 wins, but could have been 3, squandering a lead against Cam Crabtree midway through the night. Adam Hunt showed signs of his tour card quality. His doubling was his strength, and he hopes to go from strength to strength this evening. But it was Cam Crabtree who had the perfect night, winning all 4 games to head the pile going into night 2. And under the tree tonight, it is Scotty Dog Mitchell. I wouldn't have it any other way. Scott, great to have you here once again with us at the Super Series. And what a first night for Cam Crabtree.
Yeah, indeed. You know, 4 out of 4, top of the tree for Mr. Cam. And yeah. He's done really well last night and tried to eradicate some of those problems that he had on his last visit here. Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see how he gets along in night 2. We'll talk about that a little bit more in just a second. But we got through to Friday night, so let's have a look at the tournament bracket and see how things break down. It was 2 days ago when Marcel Wolpen became the first player to qualify for tomorrow night's final. The Swiss on debut. He's enjoyed a couple of days of the sights and surrounds of Portsmouth before taking part in tomorrow night's final. Group C was concluded this afternoon, and it was the Swiss, Stefan Bellman, joining his compatriot into the finals. It was a short-run thing. Danny Lauby, runner-up in the end. And I suppose how strange Group C was the fact that positions 1 and 2 were exactly the same, but there was so much drama before we got to that point.
And it seemed to take all day to get there as well. You know, it went right down to the second to last game before Belmont was confirmed as winner of Group C. Lauby was sat there knowing that he was through, but he didn't know whether he was through as the winner or runner-up.
Danny Lauby had such a weird day, didn't he? Beat Stefan Belmont in his first match, and we're thinking, OK, he's in business. He then has a wobble in the middle of the session and then wins 2 games 4-0.
But that really showed character, because that wobble in the middle was quite a bad wobble. And to come back and dominate that last game to make sure that he qualified, a lot of pressure on that. And anything can go wrong in these short format games, but he dominated it 4-0 and got the job done.
Well, Danny mismatched darts in the match before against Matt Carson. In some ways, we're actually kind of glad that he did, because we saw one of the best finishes of the week at the Super Series as a result of it. Lauby there missing the double 16. I don't want you to go to the full echelons of early on this afternoon in terms of excitement, but this was quite the finish. You turned into Squeaky Deeks for a minute.
I did. I just didn't think there was no way that could go through. And it was like excitement. And why did he go to the right? I don't know why he went to the right, but hey, look. He hit it, and I think the look on Lauby's face behind him, he couldn't believe that it had happened, and nor could we. He had to look away, Danny.
Reminds me of that. Do you remember that finish involving Phil Taylor at the World Match Play all those years ago, where, what was it, Sid Waddell said it was Isaac Newton's apple falling or something like that? It's similar to that.
It really was. It just looked like an absolute impossible dart, but he made it happen. And as long as Matt Cast goes away from here and sees that as a positive, then it's been a positive week for him.
Well, let's have a look at the table then. This is how things rounded up in Group C. And it should be said, the player of the day actually was Cord Decker, but he left himself too much to do, really, didn't he, on day 1?
He did, but he then sort of bounced back on day 2, and he was disappointed down there in the players' room, because he had a chance to take the game all the way with 3 darts at double 14, which he missed. And that was all he could remember after the game. And I said, well, really, you've got to look at those 4 games that you did to get yourself into that position to have a go at that double 14. Because if he'd lost one of those games earlier under the pressure he was under, then he wouldn't have had anything to get worried about. So he left here taking a few positives with him, and I'm sure we'll see him back too.
Right, let's park Group C now and fully focus on Group B, because we had a thrilling first night full of action. It was a night really dominated by Cam Crabtree in the end. He picked up all 8 points available to... I'm still struggling to say that name, by the way. He's picked up all 8 points available to him on night 1. And it was interesting. We were both having a chat with Cam before the session got underway this evening, and it was very interesting the way that he talks about the game. He's very analytical about the way that he goes about things, and he looks at every single nook and cranny. It's a little bit like... You look how in football and rugby they'll have analysts that'll dissect every single part of an opposition. Cam's kind of similar to that in darts.
Yeah, he is. But I mean, we all know that you don't want to get caught out at a tournament by somebody you don't know. He's just doing his homework. And it's the way the new players think. You know, back in our day and my day, for instance, there was not that information about to find out about another player. You would only ever hear about them if you read about them in the darts world or magazine or whatever. But now with the internet and the way things are on social media, you know everything about each other, and it's easy to find out. You don't have to look too hard. So if he's a player like that and that's what he wants to do, who's to say that it's not working for him? He's playing great at the moment.
Does it come, though, with the danger of overthinking?
Of course it comes with danger of overthinking, but as long as you're overthinking while you're not throwing and you're overthinking the game before you play, and then when you get up there, you put your foot to the hockey and forget the rest, he'll be okay. And it seems to me that finding out all that information before he plays settles him at the hockey. So while that's working, there's no need to change anything.
Cam in action in our first game of the evening against Adam Hunt. Let's have a look and see what the bookies say, because Cam is the overwhelming favourite to go on and win the group. Rob Quinn can't mathematically win the group, but can mathematically qualify. But outside of Cam, who were you most pleased about, or who impressed you the most on night one?
Well, I'm going to ask you, who do you think averaged the highest on night one? It was Jacob Taylor. And he sat there and he had one bad game at the start of the night, and that was against Cam. After that, he averaged 90 all the way, and he was unfortunate in one of those that he didn't win it. So when you look at what he averaged and what he did compared to the others, yeah, it only might have been 1.5 points above them, but he really impressed me. He's got that game that he just does, and if you beat him, you've got to go buy it.
So that is the outright bet. Let's have a quick look at the bet builder this evening. This is what you're betting on at home. It has Jacob in the most 180 stakes against Richard North at 6-5. The under 1.5 leg player handicap there between Crabtree and Collins. Collins against Hunt in the match winners market. I've got to be honest, I've got some huge concerns about number one in the fact that, I'm not saying that Jacob can't hit 180s, but he's a very prolific 140 hitter.
Yeah, I totally agree. And Northie last night was playing with his equipment like most people play, or farm kids play with their tractors. You know, it was different tractor, different setup every single time that he played last night. Tonight, he assures me he's going to use the same setup all evening, and he's going to be doing some damage tonight. So maybe that one may not be as concerned as you think it will be.
And just quickly, Adam involved in that first game of the evening. He came out fantastically in the first half of the night, but maybe just tailed off a little bit towards the end.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know when Adam travelled down, so whether he travelled down the day before, whether he travelled down yesterday, could have been a bit of fatigue at the end of the evening. I think he was one of the first ones in tonight as well, so he's prepared himself right for tonight, and he knows what mistakes he made last night. He's a clever lad, Adam Hunt, and a damn good player, so, you know, I know that he knows how to put those wrongs right. Should
be a cracker. It's our first game of the evening. Adam in action up against Cam. Scott's going to make his way down to the commentary box to describe all the action in the company of Corinne Hammond. Hello, Corinne.
Hello, Henry, and welcome to the evening session at the MODUS Super Series, where we are wrapping up Group B to find out which 3 players will join Marcel Wolpen, Stefan Belmont, and Danny Lauby in tomorrow night's lineup. This first match of the evening is a tasty one. Cam Crabtree versus Adam Hunt, the current top 2 of the Group B table. Cam winning all 4 of his matches last night, with Adam winning 2 from 4. So a win for Crabtree here will put some daylight between himself and the other 4 players in the table, whereas a win for Hunt will get him that little bit closer back towards the top. So an interesting matchup for sure. This game was the last one of our session yesterday evening, and it was a 4-0 victory for Crabtree. So I'm quite certain that Hunt will be on the revenge.
Yeah, I agree with that, Corin. He was first one in tonight as well. To set up on the balcony. So Hunt was prepared to prepare.
Yes, well, as they say, fail to prepare, 44. You prepare to fail.
Indeed.
$100.
Some high expectations for Crabtree tonight to be able to replicate his performances from last night, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I would agree with that, but I think he's a calm-mannered young man, and
46.
The only expectation that Cam has to be concerned about is some of the ones that he puts on himself.
Yeah.
And we're all guilty of that. That's not Cam. That's just all of us as dart players.
96. $85.
Earlier tonight, why his flights go flat and why does he flatten his flights out? And he says he doesn't
60.
intentionally flatten them out. It's just where they hit one another at the pace that they do that they flatten each other out.
So what he's saying is he's so good that his darts are grouped together all the time.
60.
So
Adam Miracle 161.
that's the result.
Well, I wish I asked him when you were there, and then you could have asked him that question, and then everybody would have been more the wiser. But I wasn't that clever enough to ask him that
65.
question. I went, "Ooh, okay."
Good use of the 25 there from Hunt with his last dart to leave himself a 2-dart finish.
58. Adam Miracle 96.
Big moments early in this match for Adam Hunt.
56. Cammy Recoil 152. $65. Adam, you require 40.
Well, we're not going to see a ton plus checkout for the first leg of this evening,
Game shot on the first
but we
leg.
do see a 40
Adam
finish from Hunt.
He did finish last night, I think, it was a
Second against Cam
103.
to throw first. Game on.
Cam Crabtree's highest finish last night, I think, was a 95, but then he was scoring that
190.
well that you don't have to shoot those high finishes when you're scoring well, do you?
Exactly. Well, and he's just kicked off this leg with a 180, so we're still on for a
100.
9-darter.
$140.
Oh, and I thought we might have still been on for a 9-darter then. Couldn't quite see
Boo.
that last dart there.
96.
Yeah, absolutely. Positive start from Cam, considering he lost the first leg.
134.
It's a more than positive start, 47 after 9. Not too shabby from Crabtree.
Oh, you
Not
take
that Adam Hunt's doing lots wrong
59.
either.
Can you require 47? Game shot
and a
the
nice
second
clean
leg.
47 from
Cam
Crabtree there
Crabtree.
to even things up.
Yeah, 11 dart leg, the hold throw.
Third leg, it's
From
Adam
Cam.
to throw first. Game on. $96.
Well, already we know that this isn't going to end in the same result as what it did yesterday, seeing as that they are one apiece, and Crabtree was a 4-0 winner
140.
last night.
$93. $140.
Players in a black and green shirt, quite
87.
interesting.
Lucky we can tell them apart.
Absolutely lucky. One's blonde and one's got a beard and glasses.
134.
Crabtree's continuing on with this power scoring, which is going to give him great opportunities to be able to finish this one off and
90.
break
Can you
the
require
throw of Hunt.
87? $82.
Oh, only the width of a
And
wire in
require
that.
135.
Had to go for it though, because I'm back on 135. Hit the ball. Should he hit the treble 20? Is that in the way? Yes, it is. He's got to move over. Would have
99.
been some
Can you
finish.
require 5?
99 leaves him 36. Where does Cam go here?
No
He goes the
score.
treble 20 route on
yeah.
5. It's overtrained, I think.
Require 36.
That's
overtrained.
what we say.
Game show
And
the
it's double
third
9
leg.
for Hunt.
Adam Hunt.
Good little giggle there from Cam. Yeah, that would have wound me
Already
up
it's
and
Cam
I'd had
to throw
steam coming out
first.
my ears.
Game
But
on.
to have your darts that well trained, you can hit a treble 20 when you're throwing at a 1. That's why he's hitting all these good scores. I wish I could get mine to do that. Otherwise, he just laughed it off. You know, he's that sort of lad.
You have to, though. You can't keep thinking about it
121.
because otherwise you can't get your head into the next leg.
60.
You got to get your head out the shed.
$96. $58.
A rare one. Cam missing in 2 visits without a treble.
58.
Okay, at the minute, Adams. The treble with his last visit also.
59.
The ghost rays in the background there
55.
from Cam. Does that when he wants to be setting up his throw for releasing. Right place.
60.
Still not able to find that treble. But has got himself down to a finish here. So he'll get to have first look at it. Yeah, great correction from Hunt there after that first start.
124.
Really putting the pressure on Crabtree here with this 1-2-4.
Yeah, pressure indeed. Not going to go this time
98.
round.
Academy require 50. Game shot in the fourth
And
leg.
this is where Adam Hunt was
Adam Hunt.
very good last night on his double stats.
Fifth leg, it's Adam to throw first. Game
Warm
on.
his fingers up, warm his hands up there. Be a big result for
60.
Adam Hunt.
Yeah, it could. It bridges the gap between himself and Crabtree up there at the top of the table.
96.
And it also means with the next matchup is Taylor and North. Both of them currently on 4 points, which
83.
means only one of them has the opportunity to bring themselves up to 6 points.
58.
The scoring seems to have deserted Crabtree for the time being. Gonna have to find it in the next 6
60.
darts. As Adam Hunt be off into the distance.
100. $43.
Crabtree has turned the darts here.
59.
So unlucky 2 on the top wire. It's only going to be a certain amount of time before Adam Hunt keeps missing these trebles. He will wade in at some point. That's right now.
Absolutely right
180.
now. Fabulous starts there from Hunt.
58. Adam, you require 75.
Double 12. 2 6s.
69.
Oh, well inside
Adam, you
there.
require 130.
Feel that Crabtree needs to hit this. It's got to go, but it's not going to.
65. Adam, you require
No,
6.
it isn't. So Adam Hunt and double 3 to wrap this match up.
Game
He
shot
does
and the
indeed.
match.
So Adam Hunt
Adam Hunt.
inflicts Karen Crabtree's first defeat of Group B. He wins the game 4-1. We're going to look at the averages here. Crabtree there with 87.07. But he only had 2 darts at the checkout. And Adam Hunt, 4 from 13. He won't worry about any of that. He wins 4-1. Another 2 points on the board. Pops him up into second place. We'll head into a short break. And when we come back, we'll be back with Richard North versus Jacob Taylor.
Welcome back to the MODUS Super Series. What a performance, awesome! What a performance! What a result for Adam Hunt before the break, getting the better of Cam Crabtree by 4 legs to 1. Now, despite having an average inferior to Cam, but he had a lot more opportunities at the doubles in that game. That inflicts Crabtree his first defeat of the group. Next up for us, Richard North in action. He takes on Jacob Taylor. Both these players on 4 points at the beginning of the night. Let's hand down to comms and to Corinne and Scott.
Thanks there, Henry. I'm sure Crabtree would be over the moon with that. We have Richard North. Another slight change of artistry here tonight. The man from Romsey. 25-gram darts. Takes on Jacob Taylor, the man from Foresters Point. Canada, it's Newfoundland.
First
the
leg,
area.
it's Richard to throw first. Game
Flag
on.
you see on his right sleeve is his provincial flag, the area he's from. We're in the UK here, we have our county flags. His
97.
province flag on his right arm. Proud of where he's from, Jacob Taylor.
100.
change we see with Richie North darts is he's got the same barrels as last night, but he's changed the stem and gone back to a
135.
more standard flight. Like we saw him using pink kite flights.
100. $121.
Well, so far they seem to be working out okay for him.
Big lurch with the last one from him.
55. Richard, you require 148. Game
Oh,
shot.
what
the
a magic
first
shot
leg.
from Northie there. A
Richard
148
North.
checkout and a 12 dart leg.
Second
Nice
against
hold of
Jacob
throw
to throw first.
to open
Game
up.
Absolutely. Well, when these two met last night, North did come out the winner over Taylor with a 4-2 win.
100.
And was actually saying earlier that it was the best game that he played all night. So I'm sure that he's thinking about that now while he's up there again playing him, thinking he played well last night, he can do again tonight.
85.
Nice shot last night was a 104 against Rob Collins, ironically. Friend in the room. But yes,
140.
average last night also in that win against Jacob Taylor was 92, just shy of 93.
83.
Going through the stats
85.
earlier on, the man that averaged the highest in this group last night was actually Jacob Taylor. His matches he averaged 89.13.
96.
Best average of all in the group.
Yes, but as we know, Scotty, not averages don't win games, do they?
No, they don't. But I mean, what it shows to me is that
58.
that's his sort of benchmark. He had a low one early doors, which was a 77, which he ironically won against Rob Collins, the Taylor last night. And then all his averages after
59.
that were 90 plus.
Jamie require 118.
Yes, well, and he's currently averaging around the 90 mark at the minute. Treble 20 here, I'll leave him 38. No. Cross to the 54s.
41.
Oh. Bit off the mark there, but Northie's way back on 178. So all he can do is set this up and hope that Jacob Taylor misses.
Just as well put the other one there, Northie. Yeah,
100.
that was what I was
Jamie
thinking.
require 77.
18 for tops. And
Game
tops he
shot the
gets.
second leg.
That's the bit he does
Jacob
very
Taylor.
well. We go 1-1.
Phil against Richard to throw first.
Just making
Game
sure he gets his own glass of water there and doesn't drink from the same one as Northie may have already drunk out of.
60.
That I didn't notice where Northie had drunk out of.
He might not have, I don't know. But Jacob just wanted to make sure.
123.
Looking over there, no little mascots over there on the table for any of these lads, like there was Stefan Belmont this afternoon with his little teddy bear with the Swiss
95.
jumper on. How pleased must the guys out in Switzerland be to have
42.
two of their boys in the Saturday night final already.
Yeah, that's a great result.
26.
That shot was not a great result for Northie, though.
Had a big lurch there, went with it, didn't he? That last one, there was no shoulder in it. It was the
100.
whole body in it. Yeah, very Richie Burnett-like.
140.
Brings it back with that 140, but not enough to leave him on a finish. So
96.
it will be Taylor that gets the first look at a finish with this. But another nice 140 here from Northie's going to put a lot of pressure on that 140 that Taylor's left himself with.
45. Jacob, you require 140. 100.
Throws that last dart high to
Richard,
leave
you
him
reckon
tops. No chance of
135.
busting there.
No, absolutely. Good stuff.
85 for Northie. Double 14 again. Oh, wrong side of the wire that time.
121. Jacob, you require 40.
Almost saved himself there because this is for a steal of throw.
Game show on the third leg. Jacob Taylor.
Does it amicably.
Fourth leg, it's Jacob to throw first.
From two on,
Game on.
2 on the double stats for Jacob Taylor here. Northie's 1 from 2.
96.
So both, when they get there, generally getting straight out.
And that's what you like to see, isn't it? That none of this
85.
missing dart after dart at a double.
$60.
I do like the way Jacob Taylor goes about his business. Just gets on with it.
43. $96.
Once again, no panic there from Jacob Taylor. Just picks that off.
83. $99.
Nice switch there from Taylor, leaving himself 150.
$100. Jacob, you require 150.
Starts up the top, Jacob Taylor.
60.
He went for the 180 as well
140.
to leave
Jacob, you
himself
require
10.
90.
Double 15 for Taylor. Oh, and
75.
inside.
Richard,
They
you
left
require
himself 15, so an
50.
opportunity here for Northie to break back. Tops he wants. Having to think about it.
40.
Oh, and not able to find
Jacob,
the
you
double.
require 15.
Feel that's an opportunity that's gone begging for him.
No score.
And they were 2 wild darts there from Taylor.
Richard, you
I
require
bet Northie
10.
didn't expect that he was going to be getting another shot here. Now he's got 10, which is not the easiest of doubles.
Game show
made it
on the
look
fourth
easy.
leg. Richard North.
Clean finish there for Northie. Evening this match
Fifth
back
leg,
up
it's
at 2
Richard to
apiece
throw
and back on
first.
throw.
Game on.
Yeah, Jacob Taylor scratching his head there. I don't think he knows what quite went wrong there.
Now he's concentrating too much on
140.
not hitting the treble.
Right, it's time to welcome our viewers from Sporty Stuff TV. You join us in leg 5 of a match here from Group B, the MODUS Super Series, where Richard North is playing Jacob Taylor. I'm your commentator, Scott Mitchell, and my co-commentator alongside me is Corin Hammond.
120.
Oh, and a bounce out there from Northie at the most inopportune time. What we like to refer to as the 120 floor shot.
96.
Was indeed.
$105.
The momentum a little here with Richard North after winning leg 4.
57.
Unexpectedly as it was, it's given him the momentum into leg 5.
He wants another one of those for tops. Ooh, wrong side of the wire there, landing inside the treble 7.
86. 59.
Taylor coming up
Richard, you
troubleless
require
again.
50. $32.
That was a good guide there for Northie, but just slipped that down into the double 7. But he will be back for double 9.
Just took the gas off, didn't he? And
140.
Jacob Taylor
Richard, you
certainly
require
didn't. Back in a
18.
140 there, just to keep Northie honest. Looking straight at double 9.
10. Jacob, you
A
require
chance for
92.
Taylor here that he was not expecting. Bullseye. Treble 17. It's back to the ball.
62.
Yeah, he's miscounted there.
Miscalculated. He's made a mistake in the last leg, and now he's miscalculated in this one.
Richard, you require 8.
So another get out of jail free card for Northie. Is he going to capitalise on it?
4.
No, he's not. It
Jacob, you
goes
require
begging, so we'll
30.
see Taylor come back for 30 now. He's
Taylor's
thinking
just
about it.
He's not even sure about his mistake here. He didn't actually know that he'd made a mistake.
Game's on the 5th leg.
Now he
Taylor.
points at the side of his head and says, "Come on." He's still disappointed in himself for
Sigma
making the
gets
mistake,
Jacob
but
to throw
you've got away
first.
with it now,
Game on.
Jacob. You've got to chuck it in the bin in the corner, that mistake, and leave it behind.
He still won the leg.
100.
Yeah, correct. See, the way that he walked back and he's got his head down behind
95.
Northie, he's still thinking about it. If he doesn't get rid of it out of his mind quickly.
135. $121.
Reply there from Northie on 121.
$55.
Yeah, great switch there from Northie down to the 57s. He needed to find himself a treble there.
Ironically, when Northie came south, he found a treble.
121.
Taylor, you have to say he's in command of this. After 12. Already hit double 15, Taylor. Will he go
58.
60 for double
Jacob, you require
15?
90.
Oh, what a
Game
finish.
shot on the mat.
What a finish there from
Jacob
Taylor.
Taylor.
No problem with the miscounting there. He takes the game at 4-2. He puts himself up onto 6 points along with Adam Hunt. Crabtree's out front on 8. But the result is a 4-2 win for Jacob Taylor. The averages were pretty identical there. But you can see with Northie, the issue for him, 2 from 12 on the doubles, 4 from 8 for Jacob Taylor. We head into the break. When we come back, we will have Cameron Crabtree against Rob Collins.
Very warm welcome back to the MODUS Super Series, where we are 2 games down for our Group B action here on Friday night. Our action kicked off with Adam Hunt getting the better of Cam Crabtree by 4 legs to 1. Before the break, we saw Jacob Taylor beat Richard North by 4 legs to 2. So Adam inflicting a first defeat on Cam in this group. Jacob Taylor beating Richard North to move him on to 6 points. So the table, well, it looks quite formulaic now because Cam's on 6, we're going to see Adam on 6, and there we are. We can see Jacob on 6 as well. Richard North now on 4 points, and Rob Collins now looking to get his first points of the group. Now he is in action against the man at the top of the table in Cam Crabtree. So that is our 3rd game of the evening's action, and an interesting quirk of fate is by the end of this game, it'd be only the 3rd game of the session, but Cam would already be halfway through his allocation of matches. So that could be interesting if Collins wins this one for those in behind, and maybe they'll see Shazam as a little bit susceptible. Right, let's get down to commentary for this one, and to Colin Hammond, who's alongside Scott Mitchell.
Yeah, thanks, Henry. Absolutely well put. Crabtree here. And from Croydon. All the Super League in Croydon as well, taking on Rob Collins, who is propping up the group at the bottom of the table at the moment. You are chasing a win. There we go, Hope Town to Croydon. Feel that Cam's been around forever. We forget he's just 20 years of age. Man of Steel, Bognor Regis, yet to trouble the scorers on the table.
It's Cam to throw first.
He'll be looking
Game
for
on.
his first win in the group as quickly as he possibly can. Difficult task to try and bottom of the group to try and beat top of the group.
Yes, this is true, but Crabtree is just coming off a loss his first game against Adam Hunt, so we'll probably be feeling a little bit, don't know, a little bit vulnerable, I would say.
Say for Rob Collins here, this is a game that he doesn't have to worry about what the other player's going to do. He knows what's coming.
Yeah.
And you've just got to go with it. If you're going to have any chance of getting points on the board.
96.
Not a great lip reader, but after that first start, he said, "What is this?" It's a 5, Cam, and you've hit another one now,
13.
and now you've added a 3. So Rob Collins here, if he needed any more invitation to start hitting that treble 20, now is the time.
45.
Quite surprised he didn't start on the 19s there, because 95 obviously would have left him with 170. Instead, he's still on 220, so really didn't take advantage of Crabtree's poor
94.
earlier shot.
Articulating to himself just off camera there.
41. Cammy record 114.
The way he's always played, Rob Collins. Cam now
98.
setting up nicely on double 8.
$81. Cammy requires 16. Game shot
Yes,
in
and
the
a nice
first
double
leg.
8 there from
Cam
Crabtree to get him his first leg in this match. Staying with the darts.
Second leg is Rob to throw first. Game on.
Even with that wild shot of 13 there in the middle of the leg.
60.
Still didn't trouble him when it come to the end.
Cool, calm customer. Cam Crabtree.
99. 180.
There it is. That's better, Rob Collins. A 180 there, the first one of this match.
58.
His third 180 of the group.
The facial expression there from Collins said it all with his first start in the 5.
45. 60.
Nice steady 60 there to leave himself 116. Crabtree needs 2 trebles. Not going to find them.
59.
So no pressure on the
Robbie McCoy,
116.
116. 60.
Still couldn't find himself a treble 20 there.
Yeah, had to really stay there once he'd started there, but that first start did act as a little bit of a door rather than a
60.
window. It didn't open anything
Robbie
up
McCoy,
for him.
56.
56 now for Collins. It's 16 for Tops.
Game shot on the second leg.
Very positive
Rob
outlook.
Collins.
A very positive result. Go 1-1 here.
Feel like it's Cam to throw first. Game on. $140.
140 from Crabtree there,
81.
putting pressure on Collins' throw immediately. Stopping any
58.
momentum that Collins had from the leg before. The easiest way to stop it is to go and start having momentum of your own.
57.
Collins is just seems to be in this match just slightly under where he needs to be.
133.
Yeah,
Big
great.
fish left by Crabtree there.
Yeah, it was a great 133 from him.
60. Can you require 170? 64.
Now Collins needs himself a 133. And finds it as well.
133. Can you require
The way that left his hand, it was like a little floater dart, wasn't it, over the top of the first one?
Oh, right on the wire there for
Crabtree.
Crabtree.
Require 170.
So Collins has got the shot at 170, but it's not to be.
58.
Back doing that
Can you
Gurning
require
World Championships
32?
again.
Game shot on the third leg. Cam Crabtree. Fourth leg, it's Rob to throw first.
Crabtree's not looking all that impressed with himself at the minute. Probably wondering what's going on.
140.
Did that with his first game last night against Richard North, and he won it 4-0 and
100.
walked off at a bit of a disappointment, really, because he wanted to play a bit better than he did, but you can't do any better than 4-0. These youngsters are today, you know.
60.
These youngsters are today.
$60. 95.
A nice last start there from Collins.
Some matches you can get dragged along with the scoring pace.
100.
some matches you can tend to follow your opponent. If your opponent starts to go badly, you start to all of a sudden
85.
go badly because you're over trying to outscore your opponent, knowing that he's letting you in. And the more that he lets you in, the more you over try, and the legs can get
83.
away from you.
Robbie require 121.
Yeah, absolutely. The pressure you put on yourself. Down for the treble 17. Finds it. Bullseye.
96. Can you require 100?
Doesn't find it. Leaves himself 25. So he will be back for
90.
it.
Robbie
Crabtree's
require
not
25.
going to finish 158. Not what he wanted there. Double two.
21.
Unable to find the double two.
Cammy requires 68.
One thing you can't do against Cam Crabtree is miss big numbers, because he will punish you.
Game shot on the
And
fourth.
that's
leg.
exactly what he's
Cam
done there.
Crabtree.
Well, it wasn't so much the big number that he missed, because he hit the big number of the
against
20, but he was
Cam to
looking for
throw
the little one
first.
of the one.
Game on.
Indeed, and across to our player cam there, it went from a quite unimpressed look,
Whoa!
and then all of a sudden,
180.
the leg's there in your hands. You make one slight mistake. Crabtree comes in and tidies up lovely, and then clears off with a 180.
134.
Yeah, but nice response there from Collins with good switching down for 257s.
97.
And good switching from Crabtree, picking up a 57 himself.
$100.
Ah, that's fantastic darts from Crabtree there. Left himself 90 after 9.
$57. Cammy require 90.
Well, he was going the 225s there to leave himself tops.
Yeah, I kind of
58.
understand that, because he's, Collins is back on 210. Got to his justified position where he wanted to be. Collins now comes back with a 140 and leaves 70 to keep him honest, but it's Crabtree for a 13 darter. He makes no mistake.
Crabtree.
It's a 4-1 win to Cameron Crabtree over Rob Collins. The averages actually almost identical, 86 apiece. Crabtree 4 out of 8 on the doubles and 50%, but more importantly, it's 2 points on the board. He stretches his lead at the top of the Group B table to 4 points. He's now on 10. We head into a short break, and we will return with Jacob Taylor playing Adam Hunt.
Every Saturday, we open our doors for our weekly finals night.
For a unique and intimate darts experience.
Meet the Dart Stars and even the team off the telly
Here at our purpose-built venue in Portsmouth.
every single Saturday evening.
Tickets can be booked via this QR code
Or at www.dartshop.tv for a very small booking fee.
Follow us at MSS Darts on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram and TikTok.
For all the latest ticketing news.
All you need to do, log on, book, turn up, and the action gets underway from 7:30 p.m.
So what are you waiting for?
Get your tickets to the darts.
We look forward to welcoming you to the MODUS Super Series very soon.
So, from the ticketing news to the tungsten news. And before the break, Cam Crabtree got the better of Rob Collins by 4 legs to 1. And that puts him one step closer towards qualification. 10 points puts him on the periphery. And he's got a very good legs difference record as well. Next up for us, Adam Hunt in action. The only man to depose of Crabtree in this group so far. He takes on Jacob Taylor. And watching this one downstairs, Scott, I can't get the boy's name right.
No, you certainly can't, mate. Just call him Cam, for crying out loud. Everybody knows who he is. Come on, Henry. Yeah, welcome back. And yeah, we've just seen Cam do a job on Rob Collins, take himself to the top of the table. Now Adam Hunt's turn to lay chase, and you feel this is quite a big one in the context of the group. These two have played each other 4 times this week, and it's
First leg, it's Jacob
3-1 in
to throw
favour of
first.
Adam Hunt. But
Game on.
on this occasion, Jacob Taylor has the darts, and last night it was Jacob Taylor who won their last meeting 4-3.
100.
Yes, and the winner of this match is going to find themselves second in the table as they're both currently tied on 6 points. And this is a much smaller group,
70.
with Group B only having 5 players in it, so only 4 games each to play. So after this game, they are halfway through.
95.
8 points available per evening.
100. $140.
Well, I mean, Taylor had every opportunity there to be able to leave himself with a finish, but went for the 180, missed it, hit the single 20 and has left himself a bogey.
48.
$92 left for Taylor. Should be heading back up to the treble 20 and finds it.
134.
Great darts there. Leaving himself 32 on a potential 13 data with Hunt way back off the pace on 283.
97. Jacob, you require 32. $16.
Not able to find a double, but Hunt's still back off the pace, not on a finish, so he will be back to try and close out this leg.
43.
Yeah, an
Jacob, you
unusually slow
require
start for
16.
Adam Hunt here in leg 1. Maybe he's thinking about the
shown the
importance
first
of
leg.
it.
Jacob Taylor.
just gets on, does the job, and just to give you a clue where
Second leg, it's Adam to throw
players
first.
go from here. The winner of Group B goes into the Saturday night finals Group 2 table in number 2 position.
140.
Runner-up in Group B goes in to the Saturday night Group 1 table in the number 2 position. Group B third place goes into the Saturday
60.
night Group 2 table, the number 1 position. 3 from 5 tonight go through.
30.
Hunt here to find a bit of consistency, because Consistency was Jacob Taylor's middle
140.
name.
Playing very consistently at the minute. Averaging in the mid-90s so far, but we are only in the second
58.
leg. If he continues on as he started,
60.
Last night, Jacob Taylor's lowest average was 77, and that was in his first game. So tonight, he has started with an 82 average. So with that indication,
21.
the first game being his lowest average last night, if that's the same tonight, we're expecting him to be in the 90s for the next three.
100. $50. Jacob, you record
Hunt finding all the wrong trebles there, all the small ones, and he needed the big ones.
$96.
There was no pressure on that 141 for Taylor, but he's just set it up nicely.
100. Jacob,
So it
you
should be
require 45.
45 left for Taylor. Good guide.
13.
Wasn't able to
Jacob,
find
you
it.
require
Hunt's got a
102.
chance here with the 102.
I have to say, this would be a big save.
Game shot in the second leg. Adam Hunt.
And it was.
Absolutely. We did get there in the end.
Feel like it's Jacob to throw first. Game
Plus 102 there. Of Adam Hunt, and ironically, game 4
100.
last night, Adam Hunt hit a 103. Getting a right statistician here, aren't I?
42.
It's always nice to pull off a big checkout when you really need it.
60. $43. 60. 58.
Hunt can't seem to find those trebles at the minute.
100.
Whereas Taylor can't seem to miss them.
He's missed the last couple. He needed one right on cue. As Adams had 3 non-treble visits in a row.
96.
Finally finds one. Taylor is 81 in front, plus these. Oh, that's a dangerous,
96.
dangerous distance in front, because treble 19 down the corner, and he's got 5 left.
56. Jacob, you require 85.
Hunt attempted to hit 92 then with the treble 18s, but didn't make it. Double top for Taylor.
Game shot in the third leg. Jacob Taylor.
In it goes.
Fourth leg, it's Adam to throw first.
Just a hold
Game.
of throw for Taylor. Nothing for Hunt to worry about just yet. What he does need to worry about is the fact that he's not hitting trebles
40.
with enough frequency to trouble steadied game of Jacob Taylor. And Taylor is in again.
140.
Well, it feels Hunt really did, you know, he worked hard to win his first game of the evening over Cam Crabtree.
95.
And now it looks like he's a completely different player playing in this match against Taylor. Just not the same consistency.
Yeah, do you think that's sort of a mental thing? You know, is it the focus, or is it over-focusing because you feel you've done the job, you know, the toughest job already?
Yeah, and you want to try and replicate that. And then when they just don't go, you try even harder and harder. And then, yeah,
60.
sometimes they just don't go in. And that's what seems to be the case for Hunt here so far.
You're up there, you can panic, you can start to search and find and overthink and think, why are they not going? I feel like I'm throwing the same. I feel like I'm doing the same, but Hunt's issue here so far this evening is he's under the trebles all the time. You just feel he needs to consciously bung one above that treble to leave him the line and try and find it again.
And again, he's under that treble.
45. Jacob, you require 56.
56 for Taylor here for a breaker throw and a 3-1 lead. And Topsy
Game's on the
finds.
fourth leg. Jacob Taylor. Fifth leg, it's Jacob to throw first.
But Taylor has the darts here to be able to try and close out this match 4-1, which would then, of course, put him on 8 points.
140.
And into second place on the table.
Big 140 man, Jacob Taylor. He's not a massive 180 hitter, but he is a massive 140 hitter.
60.
Without wanting to
60.
at the apple cart, he's also a very straight up and down thrower, isn't he? Doesn't miss the 20 very often.
180.
Right on cue, he hits a 180. Taylor's fifth 180 in this group.
42. Jacob, you require 121.
Hunt's not even in this leg, back on 299, so plenty of time here for Taylor with the 121. Leaves himself the ball, doesn't need it.
89.
And lays it up as well. Going the safe route for the 18 to leave himself 32.
Confused our spotter there, he did. He went for the champagne shot, the spotter, so we know which way he'd have gone if he was in the situation.
43. Jacob, you require 32.
Chances are he wouldn't have hit the treble 17, but
Game
here we
shot
go.
and the match.
Straight in for Jacob Taylor. A very convincing win for him. It was 4-1, and we have to say Adam Hunt out of sorts there for sure. And that's that game we talked about with Taylor. He's that 90 average man. That's the golden benchmark and still is for him. 4 from 10 on the doubles. A nice high check out there at the end of 85. He puts himself onto 8 points in the table. Jumps over Adam Hunt into second place. We head into a short break now. And we'll come back with those two friends playing each other. Rob Collins playing Richard North.
Welcome back to the MODUS Super Series, where we saw a game of two extremes. Jacob Taylor 4, Adam Hunt 1. Jacob with an average of 93.91. Adam, well, really struggled in that match, has to be said, average below the 70 mark. Jacob winning that game for 13 data to strengthen his grip onto tomorrow night. 8 points is the target that he's on now. Next up for us, it's Rob Collins in action up against Richard North. It's our middle match of the evening. And watching this one down in the commentary box, it's Scott Mitchell and Colin Hammond.
Yes, thank you, Henry. Two buddies playing one another. Travel to comps and things. Nice to see them at the Challenge Tour, sat together. Northy, you feel, to win this one, to manage to stay in touch of Adam Hunt, and maybe a chance of that third place. Rob Collins is searching for his first win. Nice technique there from Northy. He's obviously thinking about throwing all three at once.
First. Game on.
Never a dull moment when Northy's about.
That is true, Scotty. That is true. Never a dull moment.
You don't need to go any further than that, Corin. We'll leave it there.
77. $85. 81. 60. 43.
Not able to find the last dart 60 with that one.
Slow start from the boys here.
121.
Sounding each other out.
$65. Robbie Reckon 155. 100.
Well, no 155 checkout, but he was able to set it up nicely to leave himself 55.
100. Robbie required 55.
Bit of pressure on that with now Northy leaving himself 135, but he should have two. Well, I was going to say he should have two clear darts at a double, and then he misses the single number.
35.
Corin, commentators curse.
Yeah, well, I mean, he hit it before I got the words out. Travel 20 for Northy. He'll leave himself bull. No.
31. Robbie required 20. Game shot on the
Made
first
no mistake on that
Absolutely.
double 10, though.
Now, we talk about commentators curse. I remember an old one with Murray Walker talking about a rallycross, and he was saying there was a guy in a mini. He was going, the good thing about being out front, you've got clear vision. And he went straight off the track into the tyre wall. And he was miles in front.
180.
So we're not the only one that gets commentators curse. There are far more famous commentators than us that have had it.
Well, Northy just had some clear vision then with that 180 to kick off this second leg. Can we see him back it up with another one? Still on. Missed.
66.
Oh, and that first start was perfect. And then the next two, so disappointing when that happens. 66 is a great shot if your first two darts are 5 and 1, but when your first dart is a 60 and the second two are 5 and 1, it's terrible.
Yeah, Northy had that perfect dart, and I think his eyes lit up, to be fair. Eyes are dinner plates. He was thinking that the two 180s back-to-back were coming.
59.
Just having a think about there which way he wanted to go.
$55. 40. 46.
Used the bull there to leave himself 150. Had plenty of options.
Yeah, tidy counter from Northie. Collins
57.
back
Which
in this
require
one.
150.
Yeah, chasing the trebles around.
And the scoring's going. It's a bit of a friendly start between these two.
94. $140. Richard, you require 56.
Nice 140 there from Collins, putting a bit of pressure on this 56 for Northie. 2 darts at tops.
16.
Needs
You
another
require
one.
95.
Well, I'm assuming that he was going 5 tops there. Overtrained straight in the 20.
71. Richard, you require
Second time he's
40.
done that this evening. He tried for a 1 earlier and hit a 20.
Game shot on the second leg.
And that extra
Richard
dart was
North.
all Northie needed to be able to hit that tops and even this match out at 1 apiece. So we're still on throw.
Feel like it's Rob to throw first. Game on.
Rob has a little smile to himself there at the mistake. Northie gave him a look as if saying, "What you doing, mate? How did that happen?" All the same, they're at
95.
1-1.
It would be a wry smile from Collins there because he's probably livid at himself on the inside.
140.
Yeah, one of the things he said to me when we were speaking earlier, he said, "Yeah, I do let a bit of how I'm feeling out," but he said, "You would have, if I let all out what was on the inside, I'd be going berserk."
140. 100.
My favourite cam on this MODUS lounge, live lounge. Super camera shot, that one, showing the angle of the dart that it goes into the board.
85.
Is what you get with a purpose-built studio. It is built and made for darts. To play your best darts in it, to
97.
record the best action we can for you, and get it all at the best angles.
140.
Yeah, great 140 there from Collins. Leaving himself 41 after 12. Northie has a shot at 164 here. Would have needed 2 of those 57s.
95. Robbie required 41.
59 left for Northie then, but it's all about the one. Collins has hit the big number this time round. Is that too close?
Game shot.
No, it's perfect.
Rob Collins.
Need to Collins and Northie. Dead at the top of the game. He needs to
Fourth leg, it's Richard to
win
throw
this
first.
one to put him on
Game
6 points and still have a chance. Going through to the Saturday night final.
140.
Yes, well, the 6 points will leave him in touching distance. He would still be in 4th place because the leg difference for Hunt is a lot better than what Northie's would be even if he comes out the winner in this
140.
match. But the 6 points is what we're focusing on at the minute.
140.
He plays his county darts Hampshire, and it's a county weekend this weekend. Hampshire are home to
100.
Lincolnshire. He is playing tomorrow, I believe.
Well, he'd want to hope that he's drawn on number 1 rather than number 12 if he happens to get through
140.
tonight's table.
Sure they have things in place. Ace Northie
85.
needs to head south to the live
Richard, you require
lounge
81.
tomorrow night.
81 for Northie here to even it up. 2 6s.
Game
And he
shot
finds
the
it with the
fourth
last
leg.
dart.
Richard North.
Nice 81 finish there from Northie.
Fifth leg, it's
Bit
Rob
of
to throw
steady start
first.
from the lads,
Game
but now they're starting to throw with a bit of freedom, and the average is starting to head up to that 90 direction.
140. 60.
All on the wire there for Northie. Not one of them finding their way into that treble 20.
I have to say he looks a more comfortable player on this setup this evening.
45. $41. $96.
Good last start there from Collins.
An important one for him. Try and get his first win.
125.
Self into a best of 3 shootout here.
We haven't seen a match go
60.
the distance so far in this evening's session. They've all been 4-0, 4-1, 4-2. So if they keep staying on throw,
90.
then we could get there.
160.
Yeah, we could.
$60.
Would have been difficult to get it through those other two to find the treble 20 there. So 60 will have to do.
105.
Yeah, good
Will
use
be
of the ball
required
there from
100.
Northie as well.
2 good uses for the ball there from Northie.
$40. Richard, you require 80.
Chance here for the first breaker throw for this match. 20 for tops. Needs to move.
60.
Not quite
Robbie
there.
requires 60.
Negotiated the 20 nicely. Caught a flight there. You saw the first dart move.
50.
Now he's on the inside wire.
Richard, you require 20.
Wagner Regis. Is he going to rue this missed
Change
chance?
on the fifth
Yes,
leg.
he is. You
Richard
can see
North.
in the background.
Super frustrating for him, though. I mean, he's not
Six
really
leggeds
doing a lot
Richard
wrong
to throw
apart from,
first.
missing
Game
doubles. But that happens to us all.
Absolutely. I mean, I played the other week. I didn't do a lot wrong. I just didn't hit a treble 20.
100. $121.
Oh, the frustration is mounting in Collins here.
If he had any hair, I think he would pull it out.
That's probably why he doesn't have any. He's already
45.
been through that, ripped it all out. Bit of a hold up here while our referee corrects the scoreboard.
I think Rob Collins is saying, why does this little glitch with the scoreboard always happen when I am playing? Wasn't a little glitch with the scoreboard last night. I think it was a glitch with the whole internet. They were digging up the road about 200, well,
45.
not even 200 yards up the road, about 80 yards up the road. A live lounge last night, and somehow direct feed
30.
got stopped. Causing a few problems for a few minutes before it came back up. Happened on all of Rob Collins's games,
41.
ironically. And now he's got that in his head.
$59. $53.
slowing down the pace in this leg. Still in the mid 200s after 12, but
140.
nice 140 there from Northie.
Yeah, Northie's turning the screw here, isn't he? He's heading for home. He's heading to the finish line.
85.
Collins is having a talk into his hand now.
127.
You stupid hand. What did you do that for?
Put it straight in the pocket. Treble 19 for Bull.
55.
And was looking for the treble 16 there to leave himself tops. We're not going to see a 156, so Northie will be back for the 72 and the chance to close out
45.
this match with a 4-2 win and give himself those two valuable points.
72.
24 it is.
60. Robbie
Goes
require
inside the wire
111.
there.
I think Rob Collins thought he was coming back once he made sure of the big 11 and double top for Collins.
91. Richard
What is that? He tells his hand. I think that's a hand. Northie now for double 6. He needed this win. That is tight, tight, tight.
No score.
Maybe
Robbie
that's a
require
sign of
20.
how much he knows he needed this win.
And it's
Games on the
2-5
sick flag.
for Collins
Rob
there,
Collins.
which evens us up at 3 apiece. And we are going to our last leg decider, the first one of this evening
Seventh and
session.
final leg, it's Rob to throw first. Game on. $125.
Good start there for Collins with a 125. Even better response from Northie there with a 134.
Yeah, that was a back at you, babe shot. You can do. I'm coming with you.
45.
The frustrations is all over Collins' face here.
180.
And what an absolute perfect time for a 180 from Northie. Needs to be able to back it up, though, and leave himself a decent finish.
55.
Northie would have been hoping for more than that.
80.
Oh, that was tidy. That one hurt. Standing behind and watching that one. Double treble visit needed here from Collins now. Minimum requirement.
140.
But he found it.
107.
So 107 for Northie. Wasn't able to find the treble 20 there that he needed to leave himself 28. So 68 left.
59. Robbie require 136.
Oh, another one of those. And it's there. Double 8 for the win.
120.
and just outside there for Collins.
Richard, you require
There's
48.
one match start that goes begging for him. Could have been his first 2 points on the board. Oh, double, double, double 8. Good guide. Oh, wasn't able
No
to find
score.
it. Must have hit the flight there and he's busted him.
Robbie requires 16.
Second chance for Collins here. And he finds it with the
Game shot
first
and the
start.
match.
Double 8 for
Rob
Rob Collins,
Collins.
which gives himself a 4-3 win over Richard North. And more importantly, gives him his first win in this Group B. So he's got himself 2 points on the table. There's the tail of the tape. Averages pretty much on par at 80 apiece. 4 from 12 on the checkouts for Collins, 3 from 14 from North. With the highest checkout going to Northie of 81, but it was that last double in the ends from Collins was the one that was the most important to give him that win. We will head up now to Henry and Scott on the balcony.
Welcome back to the MODUS Super Series, where we saw some drama before the break, didn't we? Rob Collins getting the better of Richard North by 4 legs to 3. North, who had darts to wrap that game up by 4 legs to 2. Collins came back in it, and then he ended up winning it. Scott Mitchell alongside me on the balcony says, what we have seen so far. And in matter of fact, that victory for Rob Collins was enough to send Cam Crabtree into tomorrow night's final. A 4-1 win against Rob on the back of a 4-1 defeat to Adam Hunt to kickstart his night. That's the tale of the tape for so far. Scott's alongside me up here on the balcony, and it is now job done for Cam.
Absolutely. So that means, from what I can gather, Owen Bates will be coming down tomorrow night to support his friend on the Saturday night in the finals night.
It's nice to have darts friends, isn't it?
Yeah, you have them at the start.
And then they tail off. Right, let's have a look at Cam's evening. He got the better of Rob Collins. It was on the back of a defeat to Adam in his first game, but responded really well. And I think one thing we're seeing a lot from Cam, whether it's here or elsewhere, is for a young man, he's had a couple of setbacks, but he comes back from them quite well.
The thing with Cam, he learns from the setbacks. He learns what maybe he did wrong. We spoke about in our last link about how he analyses things, and he was even talking to us earlier about how he went back and watched some of the games yesterday, even the ones he won, when he wasn't quite going right, to try and work out what went wrong. He's going to be one of those analyst-type players. He's admitted he's won himself to us. And, yeah, today the job's been done by Collins for him, so he hasn't got anything to worry about. Will he now open up, and we'll see those 100 averages we know he's more than capable of.
So if he was analysing himself in the back room, what do you think he'll be saying about his night so far?
Well, about his night so far, I don't think he'll be over worried now that he's through. You know, he will be analysing it and know that Rob Collins has just got him through. So for us, for everybody watching at home, let's hope he now opens up and starts doing a few hundred averages.
Yeah, and he was very quick to remind us of his debut performance of 115.62, the highest ever from a debut player at the Super Series. Well, elsewhere, Jacob Taylor has made it 2 wins from 2 to kickstart his night. And we expected something like this from Jacob tonight. He had a slow start yesterday, but recovered very well, and he's kind of carried on in the vein he left last night.
Yeah, he did have a slow start, and he started with a 77 average, and then he moved on to 390s in the trot, and was kind of unlucky to be sat there at the number 3 position in the table. He's carried that on tonight. He opened up with an 80 and had 90 in his last one. He's one of those guys that is not bothered what's going on around him. He just goes up there and does his thing. He tries to aim at that golden 90 average, and that's roughly where his game is. And if you're going to beat him, you've got to go above that 90 average to get him, or hope that he has an off game and comes under it.
Is he coming to the boil at the right time of the week? If he qualifies tonight, is he perhaps, you could argue, in the best nick of anybody going into tomorrow?
He could well be. I like the way that he's just solid and steady, and like I say, he just doesn't deviate too much. So you know what you're going. Once you start playing him on a regular basis, you probably know exactly what's coming and you'll work out how to beat him. But in this short format, that lovely sort of consistency is the way to play it.
Well, let's have a look at the table then, at the halfway point of the night. Every player now having played 6 of their 8 matches in the group. Now, because Rod Collins won that last game, 10 points now is enough for any player to go through to tomorrow night's final. So Jacob Taylor in this game against Cam can qualify because of that golden double-digit rule. Adam Hunt is still in the mix. Richard North is still in the mix as well to make their way through. So next up then, Jacob against Cam. We'll talk about that a little bit more in just a second, because we're going to have a little bit of a look into the future here at the Super Series and tell you what's coming up next week, because we've got a headline list of players that are all getting themselves geared up for the World Championships in Group A. We've got international representatives in Simon Adams, Ben Robb, Jeffrey de Graaf, the Swedish Dutchman, Marco Kantler from Finland, and Tony Wood, who comes here as one of the ADC's prize players. And Group B really is a difficult group to prize apart. Shane McGurk of the Republic of Ireland, alongside his fellow countryman Conor Heenahan, the 9-dart man, Mike Warburton, a former weekly winner as well. Group C, Stu Wilson, who's played some good stuff under the group. Ryan Finesse, who was involved in the first ever 9-dart shootout here. And Kevin Dowling, the bounty hunter from the Midlands as well. But that Group A, those are players there, Scott, that will be wanting to peak at this time of year. They need to be at their peak at this time of the year, because of that list, 4 of the 6 are going to be playing at Alexandra Palace in a few weeks' time. This is the ultimate measure of where their game is at.
It can be, but it is a risky move to come here a week before such a big event. I used to try to stay away from sort of tournaments too close to the start of Lakeside back in the day, because, yes, it's lovely to go and play local tournaments around Christmas, but if you lose them, you go in with your tail between your legs to the biggest game of the season. So it can be a risk. They've obviously feeling it's not a risk to come here. It's going to be great match practice, and only time will tell whether it's a good thing to have done or the bad thing.
However, the counter-argument is, maybe for those who haven't had as much stage time recently in front of the cameras, they've got 25 matches potentially to do that.
There is that, and that must be the reasoning why some of those want to come here. And I do agree. We speak in commentary about back in our day where, you know, these guys are getting in one day what took me 5 years experience to get at the Lakeside. So this is the draw to this place, and maybe that is the reason why they're coming here. Stage time, it's a job to even buy it.
Well, that is next week, and that begins at 9:30 a.m. Monday morning on Sporty Stuff TV. Right, we've got a big game coming up here. Game 6, Jacob Taylor can secure his passage safely through to tomorrow night's final. He takes on Cam Crabtree, who is already there in terms of qualification through to the big night tomorrow evening. And Scott Mitchell's going to make his way down to the commentary box now. Have you got the trainers ready?
I'm on the run.
He's on the run, and he's joining Corinne Hammond.
Thanks, Henry. Yes, and we've got a big match up here between Cam Crabtree and Jacob Taylor. As we've already mentioned, Cam Crabtree has secured his spot in tomorrow night's finals lineup. Jacob Taylor is hoping to do the same, because a win here will see him do just that. Even without the win, obviously he's still within the mix, currently sitting second in the table with Adam Hunt in third, Richard North and Rob Collins filling out 4th and 5th position. We're heading into the second half of this Group B session this evening. All players have already played 2 matches. So
First
heading
leg,
on
it's
to their
Cam to
third
throw
and fourth
first.
matches.
Game on. $43. 26.
Oh, and not the greatest of starts from Taylor there with the old 26 bed and breakfast. Not capitalising on the 43 that Cam had thrown.
61. 96.
Better darts from Taylor there. Nabbing a 57, that 96 score.
60. 85. 58.
Crabtree still unable to find a treble as yet in this leg.
96.
'Usual move down the board for Jacob Taylor there.
171.
Crabtree makes up for it with hitting 3 57s there for a 171, leaving a 108 finish.
58. Can we require 108?
32,
76.
not able to find it.
40.
Had that gone, that would have been a big 6 darts, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
46. Can we require 32?
Crabtree just steadying himself up there after a wayward first start, getting closer.
No score.
Closer again, but still not
Jacob, you
close
require
enough. So
94.
94 here for Taylor for an early breaker throw.
So he generally goes the ball route.
78. Not able to find the 54 he was looking for.
Can we require 32? Game shot on the first leg.
And this time Crabtree is
Cam
able to find
Crabtree.
that double 16 that he was looking for. Gets himself off and running.
Second leg is Jacob to throw first.
A bit of the
Game
raise of the eyebrows there.
171 there, a massive turning point in that leg.
96. 43. 100.
See Cam in the background checking out his darts there. Probably making sure that his flights are bent. He seems to throw better with them that way.
100.
Look, I had to say my piece when I spoke to him. I just said, you know, why don't you square them up? That's how they're supposed to fly.
100.
Gave me his answer. I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Well, as long as it works for him.
94.
Absolutely. It doesn't matter what works for me. It's he's
Exactly.
throwing those darts. So, yeah, it's now down to him.
$58.
Needs a treble.
60.
Comes up
Jacob, you
short.
require 147.
The
97.
147 wasn't able to go, but he's left it very handy with 50.
He was in at 148 already tonight from Richard North, though.
58. Jacob, you require 50.
Aimed high to avoid that treble, ended up getting the double and not
36.
able to square away
Can we
the
require
double seven that he
146?
needed. So outside chance here for Crabtree with 146. He's looking at the 57s, needs another one of those. Wasn't able to find it.
94. Jacob, you require 14. Seven.
All of a sudden, that double seven was looking very
Can you
tricky with
require
Crabtree
52?
sat on 52. Chance here for him to double his lead. Topsy wants. And
James
Topsy
on the
gets.
second leg. Cam
Hands up
Crabtree.
going, sorry about that. As we do sometimes when we win a leg that we feel that we maybe didn't
Still
deserve.
against Cam to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, that double 18 for Taylor's where it all went wrong in that leg. Wasn't expecting to hit it, but did. Couldn't square
100.
away that double seven.
Maybe Jacob Taylor knows how important it is to get to 10 points.
96.
Stop thinking, Mr. Taylor. Not scoring.
57.
It's said and done, though, Corin. We've all been there.
I mean, it sounds easy, doesn't it?
Oh, it does when you say it.
Yeah, big scores and a double at the end.
60.
Nothing to it.
$96.
I'm sure both Adam Hunt and Richard North are sitting in the players' room hoping that Crabtree gets the win because they know if they're on he's on 12 points, then you know Taylor's still on 8, so still within touching distance for them to catch up.
140.
More importantly, Jacob Taylor only has one game to go after this.
97. Can you require 108?
Oh, the 108's not going to go now with that 5 in the first start. No pressure on it though with Taylor back on 191, so he's
48.
obviously not able to finish out the leg.
$123. Can you require 60?
Tidy pick up there from Taylor with the last dart. It's the 60 of Cam, but he won't worry too much
Game
about
shot on
that.
the third
Quite
leg.
rightly, he doesn't.
Cam Crabtree. Fourth leg against Jacob
Taylor's
to
got to
throw
keep an
first.
eye on
Game
now. His leg's different because he could get drawn back. Adam Hunt territory on legs difference.
58.
Definitely not seeing the same Jacob Taylor that we've seen in his previous
96.
two matches this evening where he was averaging around that 90 mark. Dropped it quite significantly for this match, both of them mid-70s.
180.
The first 180 of the match.
Is that a sign that Jacob Taylor stopped thinking about the situation, trying to get his head down and get on with it? But
140.
problem with that, this young man will always come with you.
40.
Needs the treble.
39.
Couldn't find it. Chance here for Taylor to set this up.
140.
And what a shot. 140 right when he needed it. But Crabtree says, you hit a 140, I'll hit a 180. I'll put all that pressure on this 83 for you. 66, he's going to go 16 for the bullseye.
50.
Oh, just falling
Can you
short.
require 46?
So chance here for Crabtree to wrap up this 46 and this match 4-0. Oh, did not see that coming, Scotty.
Slaps himself on the back of the head with his own dart. I like it.
14.
Tell himself off.
Jacob, you require 33. 17.
Taylor not
Can you
able to
require
capitalise.
32.
Giving Crabtree another 3 here.
From 8 on the checkouts here for Jacob Taylor has been his Achilles heel. And Crabtree generally
8.
make a mistake here, and he says,
Jacob, you
wow,
require
to himself.
16.
Little nervy, perhaps.
Game shot on the
Possibly, but
foreleg.
Jacob Taylor won't need
Taylor.
too many invites. Didn't need it at all.
Fifth leg, it's Cam to throw first. Game on.
I'm still wondering what's going on.
$45. 96. $96.
Good last start there from Crabtree.
$99.
Taylor seems to be finding his range there with those trebles again.
Yeah, he is, but 6 he should start
100.
down as well on this one. We know traditionally he doesn't.
58. $100.
Good last start there from Crabtree. Giving him first look at a finish in this leg with the 160. It's a big ask, but
60.
not
Can you
out
require
of possibilities.
160?
Another of those. Tops he wants.
140.
Not to beat this occasion. Crabtree, that would have been mighty finish. Not one of this group
100.
over the last couple of
Can
days.
you require 20?
He won't worry about that. I think this double 10 or this double 5.
$10. Jacob, you require
More match
88.
starts go begging for Cam Crabtree. Chance here for Taylor with 88. 18 for the bull.
46.
Oh, goes outside.
Can you require 10?
Is he going to split? Great for it indeed. Oh, right on the wire.
Is it too close to the wire? Could be. It's making it an awkward shot now.
I think he actually asked Owen if that was in.
Game shot
one
on the
is.
match.
No ask needed.
Cam Crabtree.
So Cam Crabtree goes out 4-1 winner against Jacob Taylor. That means he tops the group here in Group B. Can't be caught now. Again, the averages nowhere near what we expected, but Crabtree won't worry about that. He's through top of Group B. We head into a short break. We'll be back with Rob Collins against Adam Hunt.
And on the first day of Christmas, MODUS gave to me a victory for Cam Crabtree just before the break. A 4-1 success against Jacob Taylor means that he tops the group and Jacob Taylor's wait just about goes on. Right, next up for us, Rob Collins in action up against Adam Hunt. Watching this one down in commentary, it's Colin Hammond and Scott Mitchell.
Well, we know Rob Collins got his first win last time out. That was a big help to his opponent, Adam Hunt. Kept Richie North at bay. Kept Adam Hunt 2 points above him. But with that win, well, Rob Collins now kick on. Now he's got one under his belt. Will that settle him down? And could he now prove to be a problem for Adam Hunt? He has a chance.
First leg, it's Rob to throw
Head up and
first.
go level with Jacob Taylor.
Game on.
Got a 4-point gap between third and fourth.
41.
North is in fourth, and he's still got 2 games to go. Last 3, so 4 points will be available. It will all be on. Better leg count back, but that's too far away to worry about now. We can only worry about one game at a time.
Yeah, exactly. Too many permutations available with this round robin format. And a lot of the time the players end up
85.
awaiting the outcome of other games to decide their own fate.
I've got to be honest, at this time of night, I just haven't got the brain power to work it out. I'll leave that to our expert bods in the boiler room of the MODUS Super Series.
180.
Hunter clearly throwing quicker there.
He's on the hunt. 99 after 9.
Require 99.
Double 16.
67.
Just outside the wire. No pressure on it though with Collins back on 256. Needs at least 1 treble here. Found 1. Found 2. Found 3.
180. Adam, you require 32.
Could be the case of too little too late for
Game's
Collins
on the
there, and
first
it
leg.
is with
Adam
Hunt taking out that 32 with the first star and an early breaker throw in this match.
Second leg, it's Adam to throw first.
Collins and Hunt both on 4 180s apiece in this group. I have to say Adam Hunt's thrown visibly quicker this time
100.
in this game. That's to a more regular pace that I've seen him in when I've watched him play.
45.
That could be because Collins seems to throw at a similar kind of pace.
140.
Seems to be working for him so far, though.
$40.
It's not broke, don't change it. But if it's not working, a change is as good as a rest.
41. 100. 41.
As soon as we started talking about Hunt's score, he's not been able to find a treble 20 since, or any big treble for that matter.
100.
Well, that's why I stopped talking. I was trying to help him. And it hasn't worked that way either.
$57.
Still chasing it around, but has left himself 1-2-2. That treble 1 from Collins there doesn't help his case, but that treble 20 does. 2 treble 20s is even better.
122.
Bullseye for Hunt.
83. Robbie requires
Goes
93.
outside, leaves himself 39. Collins here with a chance at 93. Needs the treble 18 to leave 32. Oh, no, he's just going to go straight for double 13. Oh,
Game
and
shot the
finds it.
second
If that
leg.
was, whatever
Collins.
works, Rob, whatever works.
Unconventional indeed. We in here thought maybe there was a miscount. Our
So look at
spotter
Rob
was
to throw
not confused
first. Game
in the slightest. He went straight across the double 13, hoping that that was where Collins was throwing. And he hadn't miscounted at all.
30. $58.
So all the hullabaloo of that finish, Rob Collins started with a 30. Now he's wading in.
125. $27.
Hunt trying to correct himself there by going down to the 19s. Wasn't able to find one, but did pick up that treble 7.
80.
Not really sure how that came out. That looked to hit the middle of the bed. Just didn't hold on.
59. $137.
Yeah, great switch there from Collins.
Had a resurgence, hadn't he, since that lovely double 13, and
Whoa,
that comes Adam Hunt.
180. Robbie Rock 129.
180 is not enough for him, though. Still trailing behind Collins in this leg. Got bullseye left. Is he going for it? He is.
104.
Jumbly goes for the shot. Where did he go for the 25?
40.
That's the
Robbie
question.
required 25.
Last time he went 1 and hit the 20. He's done it once again. This is his routine. And then goes for
21.
double 2.
Robbie require 137.
Could be turning into his signature shot.
Well, it could.
The 137's not going to go, so Collins will be back for the double 2.
59. Robbie require 4.
Hunter was hunting a treble 19 there. Didn't get it.
Game shot on the third leg. Rob Collins.
Rob Collins, the man of steel, holds his nerve, takes out the double 2.
Fourth leg, it's Adam to throw first.
Over the 80 average for both these guys.
134.
Better start from Hunt there. Collins straight back into that treble 20.
Whoa!
With his
180.
Second 180 of the match.
5th of the Group C campaign.
96.
And again. Ooh.
80.
And another bounce out. That's 2 in this match for Collins.
You need to sharpen those points.
79.
Unfortunate wayward dart there for Hunt.
55.
And an unfortunate wayward dart for Collins as well, which means neither of them were able to leave themselves a finish. They need to do it this time around. And Hunt's making hard work of it here.
62.
Nice pick up at that last dart.
Knows a win here is really important.
140. Adam Ivak 130.
It would get him away from Northey, but he also knows that he plays Northey last game of the group. So it still will be in his hands.
105. Robbie required 46. Game shot on the fourth leg. Rob Collins.
Tops Collins finds for a break of throw and a 3-1 lead in this match against Adam Hunt.
Fifth leg, it's Rob to throw first.
As
Game
you were
on.
saying, this is an important match for Hunt because it does give him a bit of daylight between himself and Richard North, because if Hunt is to lose this match and Northie was to
100.
win his next match, it means it would become a straight shootout between the two of them for that last position to qualify through Group B.
180.
But couldn't have asked for a better start from Hunt there with his third 180 of the match.
60.
Yeah, absolutely. And a few minutes ago, Adam Hunt was cheering Rob Collins on in the back room against Richard North.
42.
Now, Richard North is cheering Rob Collins on against Adam Hunt.
$100.
Again, the superlatives. Group B continue. Keep us interested.
59.
It's good when it's like this, though, Scotty. It's good when it takes it until the last couple of matches to determine
64.
who's qualifying through, because, you know, the last thing you want is to have a couple of dead rubber matches.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, great correction from Hunt there with those last two darts.
$53. And I mean, require 95.
Up for treble 20.
35.
Adam Hunt will be disappointed with that first dart. Rob Collins now with a chance of 1, 2, 4. Treble 18.
40.
His facial expressions are the
require
best.
60.
They really are. So then, this will get Adam Hunt back in it. This double 10.
40.
Important dart, and he's not a million miles away, but it's
require
not in.
84.
Once again, you keep giving a man like Rob Collins chances, and he will take them.
Game
And that's
shot
exactly
and the
what he's
match.
done there.
Rob Collins.
Rob Collins goes out 4-1 winner. And having struggled in Group B all the way through his last two games now, he's won them both. Mid-85 averages for both players, but the important bit is the 4 on the side of Rob Collins and the 1 on the side of Adam Hunt. So Adam Hunt sits now in wait because Richard North, after our break, will be back playing Cam Crabtree. And Richard North will be hoping to win so that he can get himself up on level points with Adam Hunt going into their last game. So we head to a short break and we'll see you on the other side.
Welcome back to the MODUS Super Series, where before the break we saw Rob Collins get the better of Adam Hunt by 4 legs to 1. Next up for us, it is Richard North in action. He takes on Cam Crabtree in his final game of the session. Shazam has been all singing, all darting during the course of this week here at the Super Series, and he'll be hoping to be on song for his swan song in this group. And calling the tungsten tunes downstairs, it's Corinne Hammond and Scott Mitchell. And no, that is not an excuse to go a cappella, Mitchell.
I can't even spell a cappella, let alone go it. Thanks, Henry, for that lovely link. So, it's superlatives here. Richard North needs to win this one. If he loses 4-3, he still has a chance getting through on legs difference. So, he has to win, lose by the margin of 4-3 to keep himself in this. Anything other result than that, he is out and will be not taking part tomorrow in the Saturday night finals night.
First leg, it's
No
Richard
such worries
to
for
throw
Cam
first.
Crabtree.
Game on.
He's in no matter. He's topped the group. This is kind of his last game and he can enjoy this one.
59.
No pressure, just get up there and throw.
81. $58. 58.
Now that Cam Crabtree is through, we know his friend Owen Bates will be coming to see him tomorrow.
140.
Yes.
Apparently Owen wants to go for a couple of games of snooker tomorrow.
Oh, does he? That sounds like a
40.
great warm-up for Cam heading into tomorrow night's final.
Well, if that's how he does it, that's how he does it. Take your mind off it, go and do something different.
46. 60. 41.
Bit of a slow start here, but North is the first one to a finish, leaving himself 157.
97. Richard, you require
Crabtree didn't want that treble
157.
7 with his last start because that's left him a bogey, which means that North has 6 starts to finish this 157. Was looking for the treble 20 there to leave him tops. Wasn't
97.
able to find it. But we'll come back for the 60.
57. Richard, you require 60.
Northy for a holder throw. Wants 20 and double top.
Game shot on the first leg. Richard North.
Nice and clean from him. 20 dart leg.
Second leg, it's Cam to throw first.
Ironically, to put a few relatives I mentioned
100.
earlier, that way you slot into finals night from your groups, and Group B winner goes into Group 2
21.
in the number 2 position. Ironically, their first game tomorrow night will be second game on finals night, and that will be against the
100.
Group B third place.
$34.
Of course, by virtue of being the Group B winner, you have the darts in that match.
59.
Yes, in such a short format, such as this, having those darts is a very important
140.
piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, it sure is.
100.
Northie should start on the 57s here. Yes, he does. Oh, didn't want that one.
126. Camera 142. 47.
Started on the treble 17s there. He's looking for 2 treble 17s for double top.
Don't bust here, Northie.
140.
Threw that one
Camera
high just to make
195.
sure, but stranger things have happened. 20 for bullseye. Oh, missed the big number. Those single numbers.
All done it. Got a little greedy going for the treble, don't we?
Yeah,
We've hit
instead
the-
of trying to play it safe in the big section of the number, aiming towards that treble bed, and it just doesn't always go the way that you want. So Northie will be back for 3 darts at
45.
tops and the opportunity to
Richard
double his
required
lead with a
40.
break of throw.
I'm not sure the dart and the 25
Game's
would
on
have
the
been a help to
second
him
leg.
anyway should he have
Richard
got back
North.
to the ball, but it's Northie. A 2-0 lead in this
Then against
one.
Richard to throw first.
The break
Game.
of throw. He's now away again. He'll try to hold his own throw.
Well, a hold of throw for Northie here is going to give him those 3 legs
134.
that he requires to keep himself still in the mix, which means it will be a straight shootout between Hunt and North as to which one of them
100.
will qualify. But I'm sure Northie's not thinking about that. He might not even know that, actually. He's just thinking he needs to win.
100.
Absolutely will.
Obviously, winning puts him in a much better position.
85. 59. 59.
Couple of visits with no trebles there. Cam's feeling it when he's starting to go
81.
throw behind. It's a little bit like when Phil Taylor used to bite the back end of his dart and put the flight in
Yeah.
his mouth when he wasn't happy.
Yes, and Michael Van Gogh pulls up his socks.
100.
what he
Richard, you require
does.
127.
But it's 127 here for Northie and a chance for a 3-0 lead. Bullseye. Oh, and
102.
just inside that 25 ring.
157.
Well, the 157's not going to go, so Northie does have the chance to get himself
59.
that third leg in the
Richard, you require
match.
25. Game's on the third
Double
leg.
for it is there for a
Richard
nice
North.
25 finish for Northie, taking a 3-0 lead over Cam Crabtree.
Fourth leg, it's
I
Cam to
have
throw
to say,
first.
who saw this
Game.
coming? I certainly didn't.
No, well, you were saying at the top of the match that you thought
60.
Cam might throw with a little bit more freedom and less worry because he knows that he's topped the table regardless of the outcome here. But, I mean, I think that we've learned enough about Cam to know that
100.
he's the kind of player that just wants to win everything and play his best every time he's up at the Oki. So
83.
that pressure is still on him that he's put on himself to be able to go out there and perform.
Yeah, on this occasion, it may have actually stopped himself, and
81.
technically Rob Collins got him through anyway. So he hasn't had to do as much of the work this time, and maybe as he has in previous times, but
58.
you know, it was done and dusted for him yesterday with that big 4 out of 4.
He would have much rather to have had
80.
this night last night and be winning all 4 of his matches tonight heading into tomorrow night's finals.
I think you're underestimating what a good
58.
game of snooker tomorrow could do for him.
I'm certainly not writing him off by any stretch of the imagination.
Can't beat a good game of snooker and a catch up with your buddy.
Good thinking there from Northie, leaving himself the big fish.
140.
And a great 140 there from Crabtree to get him
170.
right back into this leg. But what a way this would be for Northie to finish this match with a 170 checkout. Oh,
105. Can we require 102?
big ask of Crabtree here.
86.
And fell short at the last hurdle there, missing that double
Richard
16.
requires 65.
Always tricky going for that 25. Left himself 48.
Has
25. Can we
Push the
require
wire.
16?
that was the dart tops for the match as well. Crabtree to get himself a leg on the board and get rid of that bagel on his side.
8.
And it's not to be this time.
Richard, you require 40.
Richard North. Double 10. Double 5. It's tense, nervous headache.
30.
And it hasn't gone. Another 3 darts have gone begging at the match for Richard North.
That's 4 missed starts from Northie there for a 4-0 win.
And we require 8. Game's on the 4 flag.
Yeah, he wasn't
Come,
going to get too
Crabtree.
many chances there, was Northie. Crabtree cleans up that double 4, gets himself a leg on the board.
5th leg, it's Richard to throw first. Game on. 134.
The disappointment didn't show with that visit, did it? Of not winning at 4-0. He knows the legs difference could come
60.
in to play.
$140. $100.
Look at the table. I think that's wrong. It's not going to come
100.
into play at all. Legs difference. It's going to see
Yeah, if Northie...
Adam and Northie have a straight shootout.
96. Richard, you reckon 127.
Yeah,
Again,
if
me
you-
trying to be clever and got it wrong.
102.
The legs difference will come into play if Northie loses this match.
45. Richard, you
he's
require
going
25.
here.
Game
He's
shot
not going
and the
to lose it.
match.
And he doesn't.
Richard
A
North.
4-1 win for Richard North, a vital win. That puts him level with Adam Hunt in the table on 6 points apiece in joint third place. One has to stay and one has to go. We will find out about that in a couple of games' time. But when we come back after the break, we will have Jacob Taylor taking on Rob Collins, who's won his 2 last games in a row.
Welcome back to the MODUS Super Series. Before the break, we saw Richard North get the better of Cam Crabtree by 4-1. That rounds off his campaign. He's going to be into tomorrow night's final, and Adam Hunt and Richard North will be playing a playoff in Game 10 to see who joins in. Jacob Taylor is also going to be there. He takes on Rob Collins. It's a final game of the group as far as they are concerned. And here's a fun fact for you, fun fact fans. There's been 23 games of darts today. 20 of them have gone with thrown. Talk us through another game of darts. It's Scott Mitchell and Cohen Hammond.
Wanks there, Henry. A great job as ever up there on the balcony. Yeah. Jacob Taylor knows now that he's through. It's in what position does he go through? Number 2 position. Does he go through the number 3 position?
Yes, well, if he wins this match, he's guaranteeing going through as number
First
2.
flag, it's Jacob to throw
If
first.
Rob Collins happens to get the better
Game
of
on.
him, then it will be awaiting the outcome of the North Hunt match to see which position he finishes in.
125.
But regardless, he will be there tomorrow night.
Yeah, should he go through the number 2 position, he will go in to Group 1 in tomorrow night's finals.
42.
He go through number 3, he will go into Group 2 in tomorrow night's final. But all the same,
85.
he's in the final, and that was the plan at the start of the week.
Exactly. That's always the first part of the plan. Qualify through to Saturday night. And then the second part of the plan is to qualify through to the final.
90.
The third part of the plan is to win it.
As we always say, the truth is in the finals.
Well, Taylor's off to a good
100.
start here. 191 after 9, with Collins back on 369, and these darts.
96. 96.
'100. And some great darts here from Collins with the
180.
first 180 of the match, and exactly
95.
what he needed to get himself back into this leg. 38 for Taylor.
Gave
Oh,
John
and
the
he just
first
cleaned
leg.
that up.
Jacob
2
Taylor.
darts, no problem at all.
Second against Rob to throw first. Game on.
Now, past the midnight hour here at
100.
the MODUS Super Series. But we're still bringing you some tungsten magic here.
140.
And we're only 1 leg in. And a little bit. Look at those averages there.
66.
You probably just saw before I flicked them off screen what poor score does to the averages.
45.
Well, it was lucky he hit the treble 20 with that last dart.
Yeah, very much so. It had 26 written all over that. Didn't do that. It was a treble 20.
100.
Having words with his hands already.
What are you doing, hand? Love it, love it, love it.
60. 100.
Rob Collins will all be altogether better, feeling better for his performances tonight.
60. Robbie Rick 135.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, he's got 2 wins tonight.
$63.
Looking for the treble 18 there to leave himself 36. But instead, he'll be back for 72.
96. Robbie Rick
Nice last
72.
start there from Taylor, leaving himself 100. 2 sixes. Down for 2 threes. And he
Game's
finds
on the
it.
second leg. Rob Collins.
The many facial expressions of Rob Collins. They all tell a different tale.
Furler gets Jacob to throw first.
I think he's starting to enjoy himself, Corinne.
96.
Sometimes I wonder with some of those facial expressions that he has been coming out with.
He is entertainment personified. Like you say, when he's
85.
feeling happy, those happy darts.
41. $100.
Fast start there from Collins.
$60. $58. $134.
And good switch in there from Taylor down to the 57s.
Yeah,
Leaving
really
himself-
tidy pickup. Really
Yeah.
tidy.
$100. Jacob, you require
It's
170.
tidy shooting, as they say in Canada.
84. Robbie record 158.
Big ask here of Collins with 158. It was too big a ask for him at this point in time.
81. Jacob, you require 86.
Able to tidy it up though. Another one of those for Bull.
61.
Ooh.
Robbie requires
25 will have to
77.
do. So Collins with a chance at 77 here and a breaker throw. Oh, was looking for the 18 to leave tops and he's missed that
37.
big single
Jacob, you
number.
require 25.
We've seen that a lot tonight, Scotty.
Yeah, we're after the midnight hour. Some of it can be
Game's on the
tiredness.
third leg. Jacob Taylor.
But Taylor made no mistake in cleaning up that 25.
The more
Forfeit to Rob
faces
to throw first.
of Rob
Game
Collins we just saw in the background there. Jacob Taylor sticking to his task here.
Well, yeah, that was a really big
100.
opportunity there for Collins with that 77. All he needed to do was hit that big 18 to give him a dart at tops. I mean, he might not have hit it, but at least he would have given himself an opportunity.
59.
And he wouldn't have kind of feeling so bad about it.
Exactly,
after, so,
yeah.
Letting it deter him. He's back in that treble 20.
100.
Started the leg with 2 tons in a row.
123. $97. $95.
A bit of a wayward first start there. Needs to switch down the bottom
44.
and does so. Didn't do as much as what he could have on that shot, but he has left himself a finish with 160.
140. Robbie require 160.
Oh, yes, that was way away from the intended target.
122. Jacob, you require 84.
Bullseye for Taylor.
37.
And again, he falls
Robbie require
short.
38.
So another chance here for Collins.
Game shot on the fourth
And the
leg.
one dart was all he
Rob
needed.
Collins.
38 for a 16 dart leg and hold of throw for Collins to even this match up at
Fifth
2
leg is
apiece.
Jacob to throw first. Game
Yeah, really tidy. Double 19 there. Double lots of players leave, but one that I do feel that you can have a really good go at. Not like double 3 where you hit the 3 and leave 3. 19, there's still plenty of places to go that are comfortable for you afterwards. So I find that the double 19 is probably a little bit easier a double, although it's only next door. A double 3 can be to you, just mentally more than anything.
Yeah, absolutely, because there's only one place left after splitting that double 3, and that's what we like to call the madhouse.
60.
Stole a march on this one. Plus these in front. He's 108 in front here. Phil Collins needs a treble 20 minimum requirement with that last dart. That didn't happen, so he just gives his head a little punch.
$54 left for Taylor.
93. $138. Jacob, you require 40.
Didn't feel confident to throw a last one at that treble 20.
Game's on the 5th.
Not that it mattered because Taylor cleans up that tops with a single dart. Takes a 3-2 lead.
Sigfleg is Rob to throw first.
It was a wee bit wobbly, wasn't it? That's why he avoided that. But like you say, it made no difference whatsoever. No difference whatsoever indeed.
54.
Taylor polished it up, held his own throw, tidied the leg, and on we go with the next.
And now he is just one leg away from securing second spot in this Group B.
And he has 2 chances to do that. One against the throw here again with Rob Collins, or at 3-3
58
with the throw, an advantage of throw. Ideally, he would want to get it done here.
60.
Not have Rob Collins have the momentum of winning this leg and going into the 7th and final leg with the momentum.
57.
We've not seen many 4-3s tonight, have we? I think, what, just the one?
140.
You are wise for one so young. Yes, you're correct, Corin. There has only been 4-3, and that was
45.
Rob Collins involved in that with Rich North when he won his first game of the night. In fact, it was the first game of the group for him.
100.
Well, I think he's going to be relying on some misses here from Taylor to give him the opportunity to even this match up at 3 apiece, with Taylor now on 101.
Jacob, you require 101.
6 darts in hand to finish it off. 62 left.
49.
Oh, they make me laugh every time I see those facial expressions
41.
from Collins here.
Jacob, you require 52.
So 52 here for Taylor. Good guide. And finds it with his last dart. A 52 checkout for Jacob Taylor, giving him a 4-2 win over Rob Collins, which secures him into second place for this Group B to enter into tomorrow night's finals. Tail of the tape there with Jacob Taylor averaging just over 90, Collins on 81, 3-ton 40 pluses, 4 from 7 on the checkouts, giving him a 57% and that highest checkout of 95. So that was the last you'll see of Taylor and Collins here tonight. And after the break, we'll move into our final match of the session, which will see Adam Hunt play Richard North in a straight dart shootout for third place in Group B. We'll see you after the break.
Welcome back to the MODUS Super Series. We're joined up here by Jacob Taylor on the balcony. Jacob, congratulations. Into tomorrow night, back into Saturday night. Happy? Relieved?
Definitely. That's what you come here to play for. You come here to win Group A. If you don't, make it through top 3 in Group B. So, yeah, happy to be there.
You had to really go through it. That was a really competitive group that you were placed in. Obviously, Cam, we know what he's done on the Challenge Tour this year. You've got other guys in there, likes of Adam, likes of Richard, played some really, really good stuff. So you had to kind of be on it from the first start, really, didn't you?
Yeah, you had to play well. I got some breaks, but the other players got breaks too when I was not shooting well. Like that match me and Cam had, it was it was terrible by both of us. So he came out on top, that's it. It's the darts.
Exactly. 2 wins from yesterday. Do you feel like you may have left a couple of points out there, especially in that game against Cam?
Today, yes. Yeah. Like if I'd have been shooting well that game, I think both of us were like 70-something. So, yeah, for me, that's just terrible.
A little bit about yourself, just since the last time that you've been here. So we saw you get to the grand final in Series 3, and it feels like it's just that you've never been away this week the way you've played.
No, my darts was not like it was the first 2 weeks I came. So hopefully I can pick it up tomorrow night and put in the performance that I'm used to playing it.
Because of what happened the last time you were here, did you almost feel a little bit of pressure on your shoulders because of what you achieved?
Yeah, I think so. I think you have to, like, okay, you did well that time, so I expect to do well again. And everybody back home, expect to do well. My family expect to do well. And yeah, it's always a little added pressure when especially when you're kind of the favorite to do things well.
How has been things, obviously at home with the family and all that? How has the support been? Because obviously they're a long way away. Does that help?
Amazing. The support is amazing. Like, I brought my wife with me this time, and I call my kids after every day, and they just give me the what you did wrong and what you did right. So anyway, it's a bit of fun.
And you know what we've loved about seeing from you this week, Jacob, is you just play with this amazing smile on your face, and we just can't wipe it off you.
Yeah, whatever happens. Like tonight, I went on 92. I went 25, 70, shot it, double 20. I said, and then when I got back up, I said 30. I said, oh my God. I said, I shot wrong. Like I didn't realize it until I got up, and he said, Jacob required 30, and you just got to wave it off, and you can't change what the past.
Exactly, never a true word said. And into tomorrow night's final then. We've seen you make a couple of finals here, so you made the big final here before. How much would you like to finally be able to collect a trophy here at the Super Series?
Yeah, that would be very nice. That would be the next step in the MODUS Super Series is to win a night and guarantee my spot in finals night.
Well, Jacob, many congratulations.
Champions Week, sorry.
Exactly, back at Champions. And how much would it mean to you to go back a second time, to have a second bite of the cherry?
Well, yeah, you know, it's great to come back. This is great for dart players. I mean, I've been telling North Americans, if you can get yourself to MODUS, do it. It's a great experience.
Well, Jacob, great to have you here. Great to see you playing well. Many congratulations. One final game, Adam Hunt up against Richard North. Now, this is a straight-out eliminator to see who is going to be the final player into tomorrow night's finals. So all rides on this. You can relax and watch this.
I will. Thank you.
He will. We'll watch this with Scott and Corin.
Thank you, Henry. And yes, here we are with the last match of the evening. And what a match this will be. I love it when it gets down to this and we're still trying to get confirmation of who will be qualifying through. So it's either going to be one of these two men, Adam Hunt or Richard North, both currently tied at 6 points apiece and looking to take that third spot.
Yeah, North did come in tonight saying, I can still do this. That was his words when he walked in the door. He's now given himself an opportunity. I think he's ruined that dart change yesterday in those first two matches because
100.
You can kind of see that's possibly what's cost him yesterday's form.
But he's fought his way back this evening.
59.
As you said, he's now given himself the opportunity to be able to qualify through. So it's in his hands.
41.
But Adam Hunt will be doing everything in his power to stop him because he too also wants to be able to qualify through.
96.
Well, Adam's travelled considerably further than with North.
140.
Doesn't make finals night, I'm sure. Be disappointed with his week's work. I think either player will be disappointed if they don't make the finals night. That is just natural. They cannot tighten up. They've got to get on with it now. They lose,
31.
throw with freedom.
Oh, that was a poor shot there from Hunt. North still needs 2 trebles though. Not going to find them, so he's not going to be punished there. So still the opportunity for him to be the first one to get a look at a double.
Nail on the head. He's only going to get only a bad throw if it gets punished in here. Julie didn't get punished from Richard North there.
$100. And I mean,
Good last start there from Northie.
$70. Richard, you require 160.
Well, he was looking for treble 14 there on the last dart, but found the treble 11 instead.
$45. And I mean,
He needed to stay straight. There was minimum requirement to leave himself the straight ton. He hasn't done that. It's Hunt for double.
Game shot
16.
leg. Adam Hunt.
Had all the time in the world, and he nails it. It's a 20 dart leg for Adam Hunt.
Second leg is Richard to throw
He won't be too bothered. He'll feel that it went with the throw, but when your opponent has a 20 dart leg,
Whoa,
you want to be getting a dart or something, don't you, to break him?
Absolutely. But a great start there from Northie in this leg with the
100.
first 180 of the match. Let's see if he can back it up.
Northie's 7th of this group campaign.
137.
This Group
More
C
solid
campaign.
darts.
Yeah.
81.
I was just thinking, I was watching his eye line there if he was still going to throw for the last dart at treble 20, but thankfully he didn't.
Absolutely. He just switched them left at the last minute.
Yeah.
Richard, you
Didn't
require
catch
48.
our spotting through out. Going to go double.
Game shot on
he
the
does
second
indeed.
leg, Richard North.
A tidy 12 dart leg there from Northie to even this match up. I mean, those
So
kind of
look at
darts
Adams
is
at
what
throw
Northie
first.
needs to
Game.
do on the Hunt throw.
Yeah, but if you're doing them on your own throw, Adam Hunt's thinking there's only a matter of time before he does that on my throw. So
80.
the psychology of actually doing that 12 darter won't be lost.
Oh no, of course not. But he needs to do that on Hunt's throw because, with Hunt
81.
having the darts in this match, Northie does need to find a break in here somewhere if he is to win. Whereas Hunt can just continue on winning his own throw and he'll come out the eventual
96.
winner.
Agreed.
$89.
Just slipped into the treble 3 there with that last dart.
140.
Finest of lines on those treble visits.
135.
7-1 there.
It's a bit unlucky to go to the wrong side of the wire there.
90.
Yeah, tidy use of the ball there by Adam Hunt. Once again, Northie lifts leg, finds himself
80. Adam, you require 95.
little right of the target. Treble 19, double 19 for Adam Hunt.
Game shot.
Talking
the
to
third
himself.
leg. Adam Hunt.
He in turn holds throw in 15 darts and acknowledged by Richard North there.
Fourth leg,
It's a nice
Richard to throw
finish.
first. Game on.
15 dart holder throw.
$60.
There's a little example. Averages don't mean everything. There we can see a Hunt with a slightly lower average.
140.
Oh, that'll change now. Go level, and he's 2-1 up.
$60.
Yes, no one really cares about the averages if you're getting those W's at the end of each match.
95.
And the bonuses for making finals night in the bank as well. A little matter of that.
140.
Yeah, nice starts there from Northie. Good darts there from Hunt as well, which sees him get a little bit of breathing space in this leg, as Northie still needs a treble to get himself onto a finish, and he finds two.
140. And we require
Have a whip round and get
126.
20p for Northie to have a new stem, I think. Stop that flight kick coming out. He'll start on treble 19 here. Not to be. So 88 left. Will he go across the treble 16? He does. And
101.
with good efficiency. So pressure really on here for Richard North for this 101.
Oh, it was
98 now. Double 19 for him now.
63.
Oh, right on the wire.
And we require
And he
40.
knows that was tight.
Up for 2 5s.
35.
And he falls short.
Have to be brave on
Richard, you're
5s and go at it
38.
full beans, don't you? The minute you think about it and just take the pace off that dart, it will always drop under when you're thinking about it.
I think Northie is thinking about whether to switch or not. No, he's a bit of a blocker. He's going to have a good job trying to get around those 2 darts already in the board there.
No score.
No, hit there. I mean, that was almost going to be a miracle if it went in there. So Hunt with a chance to fix the 5.
Steps back and has another look.
3.
Oh, and inside the wire. So
Richard, you require
again,
38.
Northie's got another chance to close out this leg and even the match back up.
You've got to go smack at it and hit it
Range
on
on
the
the
inside
forfeit.
if that's what
Richard
you're trying, but he
North.
doesn't need to hit it on the inside because he's hit it right between the wires and the green bit there.
5th leg, it's Adam to throw first. Game
Big swing in the game now. Adam Hunt had visions of being 3-1 up. Northie's pulled it back. Hunt is back in that treble 20 again.
39.
A lovely start from him to leg 5.
97.
Good last from Northie there.
$96.
That's a minimum
50.
requirement, but it didn't
That'd be
happen.
127.
So 6 from here from Adam Hunt. Doesn't need to go the ball route.
95.
No, smart play from Hunt there. Just setting it up to leave himself 3 clear darts at 32.
58. Adam, you require 32.
Always had to move across.
If he goes any further over, he's going to have to pay a £2 booking fee to get
No
back in.
score. Richard, you require 140.
Big ask of Northie here for a 140. Not to be, but can leave it.
81.
Very handy, but
Adam, you
that
require
one
32.
was not on the cards.
Dart thrown with the feelings that he may not get back. And
No score.
how has
Richard,
that
you
not
require
gone in,
59.
that last dart? This one would hurt. If Northie can get this with the last dart, it would hurt, but he's
19.
nowhere near.
Adam, you require 32.
They're being far too friendly here, giving each other shots at doubles.
Game shot on the
But to say,
5th
if I
leg.
know darts, if
Adam
you give somebody
Hunt.
enough chances, they'll get it. And that's exactly what's happened there. The Hunter hits
6th leg, it's
double
Richard to throw
16
first.
to
Game on.
take 3-2 lead. And momentum should be with him now. And
100.
Northie's not one of those players that lets anything in the last leg get to him. He just gets on with the next one.
81.
Yeah, he's not going to let Adam get too far in front here.
91.
Tidy there from North, that treble 17 visit.
93.
Good switch there from Hunt, finding that 54 with the last dart. 140 here would do nicely for Northie, leave himself the 170. A 180 would be even better.
140.
But a 140 will have to do.
$140. Richard, you require 170.
So it's the big fish for Northie. Another of those. Oh, Fell short, 90 left, but hits the ball,
130.
leaves himself tops. With Hunt back on 187, he's not able to finish in this throw. So all he can do is score big
100.
and hope for Northie to miss.
Richard, you require 40. Game shot on the
But
sixth
miss
leg.
he does not.
Richard North.
And that's tops for Northie, which ties this match up at 3 legs apiece. So it just seems
Seventh
fitting
and
that
final
we're
against Adam to
taking
throw
this
first. Game
all the
on.
way to a last leg decider to see which one of these two players is going to qualify through to tomorrow night's final lineup.
81. $100.
Oh, not the time for
27.
Hunt to be starting to throw those wayward darts there. Opportunity here for Northie to get himself out in front in this leg.
125.
A 125 will have to do.
$95.
Good last one there from Hunt.
$58. $119.
That was a great switch there from Hunt, but unfortunately not enough to get him onto a finish. So chance here for Northie.
$43.
Oh, and he's failed to get himself down to a finish as well. So it's back in Hunt's favour.
$100.
Good ton there, which leaves him 79. Surprised he didn't switch down to the 19s with that last dart to leave himself 80.
59.
But 79 it
Academy
is.
requires 79.
Two darts at 22. Oh,
57.
and just the wrong side of the wire there for
Richard
Adam
require
Hunt.
116.
So it's 116 on the board for Northie. This could be his last 3 darts. Let's go on the 19s route. Needs a treble for tops. And finds it. Oh, and he also
96.
fell short. So match darts have come and gone for
Academy
both of them
require
here.
22.
But it's Adam Hunt who steps up to the oche. 3 darts in hand. And 1 is all he
Game shot on
needs.
the match.
22
Adam
finish for
Hunt.
Adam Hunt, which gives him a 4-3 win over Richard North and secures his place as 3rd in the Group B table to qualify through to tomorrow night's final. Good game there from both players, averaging just both of them in the 80s. It was the doubles that let them both down. They were being very favourable to the other, giving them lots of chances. 4 from 18 for Hunt and 3 from 11 for Northie. So not the best checkout percentages there from either of them, but neither of them, well, Adam Hunt's not going to care about that because the win was what he wanted. The win is what he got, and we will see him in tomorrow night's final.
Indeed, we will. Thank you very much, Colin Scott, alongside me up here on the balcony. Both players had their opportunity, and it was just Adam in the end that was able to hold his nerve.
Yeah, I mean, when Richie Northie hit a 58 there, halfway down that last leg, or just towards the end, and then he followed it with a non-treble visit, and that gave Adam the impetus to go on and win. But he was still left on that dodgy double 11. You know, the 79 left, he hit the 57, and it took him 3 darts, but he got there in the end.
Indeed, he did. So those are results from tonight's table. There's a lot of gold on the left-hand side of the bracket. Let's dissect then what we've seen this evening. We'll talk more about the likes of Cancrad Tweet and Jacob Taylor in just a second, but we'll begin But I still can't say the name right, can I? Sorry, Scott. But let's begin by dissecting what we saw there, because Richards had such a good year, and at points when it mattered, he came up with a 12, he came up with a 13, but that last leg was scrappy, and Adam just about had enough.
Yeah, he did, and look, we can only imagine what the pressure felt like there. And I've been up there and been under the pressure, and that was a last leg shootout. You'd rather have it in your own hands though, but he did enough to about halfway down the leg, and then he had 2 visits of a non-treble. He was even in front of Adam by about 80 at one point. So, yeah, disappointing for Northey, but obviously Adam's travelled a long way to be here, and he'll be pleased that he's made the Saturday night.
Well, let's talk about Cam Shazam, who made it through to tomorrow night's final. That's as far as I'm going to go, because I'm not having much success with his last name tonight. This is his victories this evening, but again, there was just something towards the end there that just looked a little bit unsettling as far as he was concerned in that last game.
He would have wanted to go into Saturday night finals night on a stronger foothold and putting his mark down. He did that yesterday, didn't quite achieve it today, but we all know in darts tomorrow's another day, and another sleep and another day, and it's all different again.
And even the game here against Jacob Taylor wasn't exactly a classic, but it got over the line. And even though he won the group, we still feel there's a lot of gears to go on the base of tonight's also. And we know he's going to analyse it that way. But
we also know that he likes the big game. So Saturday night here in the MODUS Live Lounge, they're big games, all of them now. They feel like knockout games. That's where he's most comfortable. When you tell the boy he's got to win, he generally goes and wins. So tomorrow night, we will see a different Cam. There's no two ways about that.
Jacob Taylor, he obviously got the better of Rob Collins. That kind of sealed his passage through. And I was just saying up to him on the balcony, is he peaking at the right time of the week when you look at the performances that he's put in?
Yeah, possibly. He's been honest, and he's happy to be where he is. And I thought his interview was great up here with you. And if you didn't know what Jacob Taylor was about, he explained it all there in a couple of minutes with you. So, yeah, I'm impressed with him. I'm impressed with his resilience more than anything. And we'll see what that does for him in Saturday finals night.
We know Jacob's in. We know Cam is in. We know Adam is in. And he's downstairs with Phil.
Adam, congratulations. What a roller coaster of a day. Just sum up what the emotions are like right now.
Just massive relief, massive relief. That was a horrible, horrible game with me and Richard there. I think we both felt the nerves, and luckily I got over the line, so happy days.
What was it like going from your second to last game and the wait between then and that last one, knowing everything was on the line?
Well, yeah, obviously, hopefully, I was hoping Cam was going to do us a favour, and he didn't. And then I thought, oh, it's a straight shootout now. So, no, I was okay. I thought I was going to perform better than that. That was just a nervy game. I didn't enjoy that at all.
But the plus point is you are in tomorrow's final, good night's sleep, and it's a fresh thing to attack.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played well at all tonight, so hopefully I can do the job tomorrow. I felt like every game I've played pretty poor. Even the game against Cam where I won, felt like I was poor, so hopefully I can put it right tomorrow.
You've been to a Saturday night before. Is it now time to tick that box and add a weekly win to it?
I would think so. Yeah, that's the main. That's the main goal I want to do when I've ever came down here. So yeah, hopefully I can get through to Champions Week.
Adam, wish you all the very best, and we'll let you get off, mate.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.
Very honest assessment there from Adam Hunt as he makes his way through to tomorrow night's final. So let's break down who has made it then into the big finale tomorrow evening. Before we do that, let's have a look and just round off what we've seen in Group B. Cam Crabtree getting there on 12 points. Jacob Taylor on 10 points. Adam on 8, making it through. Richard North just missing out. Rob Collins had a strong end to the night, but that's not enough to see him through to tomorrow. So that's the league table. And this is how the players have got to this particular point. So we go back to Wednesday, and Marcel Wolpen, the winner of Group A. The 3 players in tonight are going to be joined by Stefan Bellman and Danny Lauby. They were the 2 that made it through Group C. earlier on this afternoon. So those are the players that are going to play in the final tomorrow evening. And this is how it's going to break down. These are the groups. Group 1, Marcel Wolpen, Jacob Taylor, Danny Lauby, a lot of international flavour there. And then Group 2, Cam Crabtree, Stefan Belmont and Adam Hunt in there. And Group 1, look, we've spoken a lot about the CDC and the work that they're doing out there to grow the sport. And you've got a Canadian and you've got an American in there in that Group 1.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you add the 2 Swiss boys as well, we are definitely glowing global here at the MODUS Super Series. And I only see that increasing. And while we've got this here to help out the other continents and getting their players here on stage, they're going to be chomping at the bit to be here.
The gap's getting smaller now, isn't it?
Yeah, it has been. You know, I've been playing World Cups for a few years now, within Europe Cups with England, and yeah, gone are the days where you rolled on in and you could walk home with the trophy under your arm. It's tough time now. Everybody's getting into their darts, and why wouldn't they? What a great sport darts is.
It's a great time of year for darts, isn't it? Just quickly, you're not going to be here tomorrow night, Scott, so you know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw you under the bus like I always do and ask you to pick a name.
Cam Crabtree.
Cool. I'm not going to try and repeat that name because I've had no luck doing it all evening long. Right, that is it as far as our coverage is concerned. Now, just a bit of timekeeping for you. We're going to be on at a slightly later time of 8 o'clock tomorrow night on the Super Series YouTube channel. And we're going to be joining our friends at Sporty Stuff TV at the slightly later time of 10:30 p.m. So just jot that down on your diary. Audio takeaway just a little bit later to make sure you're involved with all the action here at the Super Series. Scott, thank you for your company. Appreciate it as ever. Thank you for your company at home. And so we head towards the final furlong of our week. Top of the tree was Cam. Shazam!
To be in the final in a flash.
Game,
That did not
shots,
take long
and the
at all.
match.